Welcome to Fit to Be Real.
And a little extra.
We wanted to take a moment and talk about heart health because February is American Heart Month.
In my research, because Victoria makes me do research now,
God forbid.
read that they don't actually know why the heart is in the shape of a heart.
I do.
You do?
Sure do. Looked it up.
Guess I didn't do enough research.
So it goes back to ancient Greece.
Okay.
Where there was a plant, which I hope I say correctly.
Oh, but I did read this.
The silphium.
Yeah.
Silphium. Yeah. And it's grown in North African coastline near the Greek city of Cyrene.
We clearly will never be allowed in Greece.
Cyrene. I don't know. It's in Greece. So the seeds of it, and you know the flower, it's the shape of a pink heart.
Heart. Okay.
And that's before it blooms. But it's not just the shape of the heart, because that doesn't really explain like why you connect it to the heart. It was used as medicine, as a flavoring spice, but more importantly as birth control, because of this it was linked with sex and then of course love. So like it has this little kind of lineage.
So did you do a lot of research to find that out? Was it pretty easy to find?
It was pretty easy to find.
Okay.
I said, why is the heart shaped like a heart?
She's showing me a picture
Look
of it.
up a silphium plant. You know them. They're at Home Depot. It's not like an ancient thing. It's just that's when it kind of came to be. So the little pink heart shaped is the seed. And then they bloom and they blossom. And, you know, you don't want babies, you should eat them. Don't do that. I have no idea.
I was going to say, it's that easy?
I don't know.
And
but
free?
I thought of that too in thinking about the heart, because they absolutely don't look
the same. I know. It's like a heart is like a blob, but...
Is it?
Well, that's what I read.
Okay. I'm Victoria.
Hey guys, I'm Carly. When will it stop being funny?
I don't know. When you change your name. I guess.
Wait, let me try this. Hey guys, it's Carmela.
No.
Oh.
No.
That's my real name.
Carmela can't have that pitch. It has to be like, hey guys, it's Carmela. You know? Like Carly makes more sense.
Hey guys, it's Carmela. You imagine if mom actually called me Carmela? If you had to call me Carmela.
I don't even think she called you that when you were in trouble.
Not once.
Did she do your whole name?
Never. No one's ever called me Carmela.
I would get Victoria Jean Gutierrez Mayo, get downstairs.
I can actually hear mom saying that because, well, you got in trouble a lot more than I did. But nobody ever once called me Carmela.
I didn't lie and hide it. Carly would just hide it and then eventually get in trouble.
You got to learn somehow.
In any case, let's talk about the heart. This is something that, hey, Lyss Preston, what's up, girl? She was like, it's February, it's Heart Month. Yeah. We should do an episode. And I was, we had a lot of other things scheduled and planned. But then when we got into this decision for, today's chat, I was like, my God, I really don't know much about the heart.
I surprisingly did a couple tests and I gave myself the limit of 3rd grade because that's like you can test yourself on what grade level of the heart. And I have about a 3rd grade knowledge of the heart.
Amazing.
But I know, but I knew more than I thought about the arteries. But what was interesting that I was really excited about, I don't know a lot about cholesterol and blood pressure. And now I know a little more. But when you go to the doctor and they're like, oh, it's number over number. I'm like, okay, is that good? And now I know why. Yeah, now I know why.
Nurses, obviously.
So thanks, Lyss.
Know their stuff. Yeah, it just, it is something that, number one, everybody has. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a heart. And you have to prioritize keeping it healthy.
Everybody has a heart.
Everybody has a heart. I mean, you have to, and they're all made the same way. There is no change unless you have part of heart disease or any of the issues that could come with it. But the whole goal is to keep it healthy so you stay alive. Mm-hmm. And if your heart is not healthy, the rest of your body is not healthy. Same token, if your mind is not healthy, your heart is not healthy. There is such a connection from what I was reading to mind health and heart health. So yeah, let's talk about that. There's a lot of reasons for risk, and one of them is just age, gender, and family history. And like you can't, what do you,
Family history was a big one.
that you were reading?
Mm-hmm.
So women over 55 is when the risk starts to really become a little bit more prevalent, and then men over 45. So yeah. To prevent heart disease or things that you should be taking care of a little bit more is eat healthy, which just means, well, besides eat healthy, but low salt, low saturated fat.
Low saturated fat. Mm-hmm.
If you look at a nutritional label.
Nutritional label.
I know, I stumbled over that. Thank you. I was going to try.
If you're looking at a nutritional label.
That's like you saying commercial last week. But if you look at that nutritional label, the trans fat and the saturated fat are underneath the word fat when it gives you that gram on the right side of it, how many grams of fat. It's just as important to look at trans and saturated. And those numbers need to be 0, if not minimal. Hopefully 0.
Can I tell you what are some good fats?
Yeah.
All right, some good fats.
Yes, you may.
Am I allowed to?
Mother may you, yes.
Okay. Fats to choose: olive oil, canola oil, nuts, seeds, avocado, vegetable oil, margarine that are trans fat free. So not just, Betty Crocker margarine. It's got to say trans fat free.
I thought we were staying away from margarine. I can't say that word.
Yes, say margarine.
Margarine. It sounds wrong.
Say nutritional margarine. No, say it.
Nutritional margarine.
Oh my God, guys. She doesn't drink, but she drunk.
My mouth is.
Moving on. Fats to limit. Fats to have, but limit.
Okay.
You can't just have them all you want. Butter, regular butter.
That's what I thought was better than margarine.
Margarine. Bacon fat. Cream sauce. Non-dairy creamers. Cocoa butter. Coconut palm. Kernel oils. Shortening.
I wouldn't buy any of those at the store.
Right. They're saying you can have them, but in very, very small portions.
Yeah. Moderation, but like the extreme of moderation. So that is eating healthy. Active. About 30 minutes a day. 7 days a week is semi-active lifestyle. Okay? That's the minimum.
Right.
That's the minimum you should do. Keeping a healthy weight, which if you're eating healthy and keeping active remains, that kind of goes hand in hand. I did a test via Jefferson of my heart health, and I am unhealthy.
No way.
I'm healthy in I don't smoke, I'm active, all those answers of no, I don't do that. Nope. My height and my weight put me at a high risk. So my age is 35, my heart is 38.
Really?
So I gained 3 years because I have gained weight according to my BMI and my height. And that's probably 100% accurate.
38 years old is ancient.
I know. You're almost dead. Quit smoking if you're a smoker now, and or don't smoke at all, but also avoid secondhand smoke. It's the same level of risk.
I know.
That's what it says. Why are you sad by that?
Because
are you around a lot of secondhand smoke?
I'm not, but I feel like as kids, when it was all the time, you could smoke anywhere. And we were in theater. We were around people that smoked all the time.
Bars.
Yeah. When we were kids, we were in bars all the time. And that's a fact. And we were around smoke all the time. And I just go back to thinking my kids don't really know what cigarette smoke smells like. And it used to be around us all the time.
Yeah.
Everything that I read about this it just kept repeating. The same things we say every single week. Exercise, eat clean, don't smoke, drink in moderation,
get a lot of sleep 7
drink
to
water.
9 hours.
I mean, it's constant. Yeah. Every single week we say the same thing. I don't know how else to say it.
It's hard. It's hard to be healthy in this day and age.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive to be healthy in this day and age. So you also want to keep alcohol in moderation, manage your stress, because it's that easy, but also do it. And then, just like you said earlier, control your cholesterol and blood pressure. which are those numbers, which my blood pressure usually rises when they put that thing on.
Why?
Like,
Are you
I'm
nervous?
just gonna let you know, I hate the feeling because when they put it around your bicep and then they start squeezing it, you can feel your heartbeat in your arm, and I that makes me cringe.
So
and I'm like, I'm thinking about it. Things are getting worse.
this is not
My
like an
tension.
accurate reading.
I tell them all the time, and they're like, relax. I'm like, I can't. My heart's in my arm.
There are so many other things I feel like in this world to get anxious about, and getting your blood pressure checked shouldn't be one of them.
Give
You
me a
can handle
tattoo.
that.
Give me a tattoo.
Yeah,
I
you're
cannot handle my
ridiculous.
blood pressure reading.
Ridiculous.
Oh, and that was another thing. My blood pressure was a better number would be 120. I was 126 when I took that test, which made my age of my heart go up. Those are the simple hashtag quote simple ways to not hashtag.
I'm sorry. Sorry, we just lost all the Gen Zs.
I meant quote unquote simple because sometimes it's hard to stay that healthy and maintain it and keep it day in, day out.
But you said hashtag.
I know. Thank you. I'm crushing it.
Hashtag crushing it.
So there are a lot of ways that your heart can be not healthy.
I know.
I actually didn't know that.
Let's name them. Name them. Name them. If you watch Real Housewives, name them.
Why do you look like that when you're saying it?
Because I'm pretending to be Sutton Strack from Housewives of Beverly
This
Hills.
hurts my heart.
Name them. Name them.
Okay.
Name them.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but I don't like it. So there's CHD, or also known as CAD. So it's coronary heart disease or coronary artery disease, which are apparently the same thing. That's basically when the tubes that take blood to the heart are narrow or like blocked due to cholesterol or fatty like plaque.
Right.
The blood can't get through, so it builds up in your arteries, and that blockage can cause the chest pains or a heart attack, and that's basically just means heart attack, coronary heart disease. And that's, I think, the most common that we hear, at least more often. High blood pressure. High blood pressure.
Yeah.
That force of blood against an artery wall is too high. That's what high blood pressure is, which I truly didn't know. I just know having bad or high blood pressure is a bad thing.
Right. That's what, yeah.
Congestive heart failure. The heart doesn't pump blood as well as it should. Like all those little tubey tubes, you know? Then there's arrhythmia, which is like either really slow or really fast heartbeats, and peripheral artery disease, which is like a circulatory issue. And I'm like reading these and I was like, oh my gosh, I have that. I was like WebMDing myself.
You don't no, you do not.
I know, but the circulatory disease, part of that is where the blood vessels like reduce the blood flow to your limbs basically, and you just don't have good circulation. But that it's all connected to the heart, and I don't think of that when people say, when I think circulation. I know it's blood, but
Right.
I don't think, oh, this is a heart issue.
No. I understand.
Stroke is the damage to the brain, but because of the interruption of blood supply. So it's not just a brain. I thought that was a neuro thing only. It's all connected to the heart. It's like when I'm fascinated by this.
I know, I can tell.
I know. Heart's in the moon. And then there's congenital heart disease, which is an abnormality of the heart that develops before birth. Before birth. And there's a lots of reasons.
A Pasatano.
Yeah.
A Mario.
There's lots of reasons that congenital heart disease, Lyss, I hope I'm saying that right, CHD, can come about before you're born. So those, I think, are the ones that I saw over and over and over again. And there's a lot of early stages of all of these issues. And I'm reading through, I don't know what you found in your research, but I was reading through how do you know you have one of these things, right?
Yes.
It's all chest pain. It's all comes from the chest pain or your heart's beating too fast. And there's like, you have to be careful with that though, because that could be a panic attack.
Right. And it also could just mean you're exercising, and there's a difference between exercising and your heart rate rising and exercising and being so winded that something is wrong with your heart and you're having an issue.
Yeah.
So it's a very fine line. And
there's a fine line.
Thank you, Avenue Q. That you you know, if you're not a medical professional,
Mm.
you might not know. And that's why so many heart attacks go undetected until it's too late.
Yeah.
Because if you're, you know, I'm winded after every workout.
Or just having acid reflux and indigestion. That goes right to the center and
Yeah.
it like feels, if you've ever had that, if it's painful.
Yeah.
So like you have to know, what's hard to know. So either way, call 911. That's the number one. If it is a chest pain of like the extreme and you're not actually doing a vigorous workout, call 911.
I read for women to know that you're having a heart attack is like when you take too big of a bite of food and it gets stuck in your throat and you can't get it down. That's what a heart attack starts feels like. Whereas for men, it's more of a pain. For women, it's like you can't get a breath. It's like something stuck in your throat.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like they're two different pains.
It come for
men and
male
women.
female.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay, we're going to do some fun facts about the heart because believe it or not, there are fun facts about the heart.
I know. Things I had no idea about. Maybe you should probably go back to school.
Well, we all know that. We all know that. I don't think we need to do a little Google search for that. Oh, the first cell of a heartbeat starts around 4 weeks. 4 weeks of
How
being
about
like
it?
not actually born yet.
I know.
I did not know that. And I'm sure a lot of people know that, but I don't know that. I didn't know that. Do you know how many beats the heart does in a day?
I do.
What is it?
A lot.
100,000.
That's a lot.
And it's no bigger than your fist,
Yes, I did know that.
like a piece of chicken.
The miles of blood vessels in your body can wrap around the world twice.
It's like
60,000
60,000 or something.
miles.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's in your body.
Yeah. I know.
Twice.
And I can't even stamp a passport. It's insane. Happiness helps lower the risk. Happiness.
Of murdering your husband.
Or murdering your sister. We also, as much as we have, so that 60,000 mile blood vessel trail pumps 2,000 gallons of blood.
I know. I couldn't. I don't like that.
2,000 gallons in your body right now.
So as a picture this in your mind. Throughout your lifetime, 3, you know those trucks on the highway, those 3 big, long,
Like 18-wheelers?
18-wheelers, your body fills up with blood, 3 of those in your lifetime.
That's
from
what
top to bottom. 3 of them. Isn't that crazy? That's all your blood in your lifetime.
Ew.
I know, which is why we're not in the medical profession. I can't even picture it. It grosses me out.
So this I thought was cool because it also doubles as February Black History Month.
Okay.
The first open heart surgery was in 1893, which I cannot fathom because that was so long ago, by a man named Daniel Hale Williams, and he was the first and few of the Black cardiologists in the United States. And he did it. He performed it. But it was a Black
In
doctor.
1893.
In 1893.
A Black doctor.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah, that's awesome. This was not as cool as that, but most heart attacks happen on Mondays.
I saw that and I was like, that's so weird. How do they know that? But then if you think about it, nobody likes Monday.
Well, that's what they said.
Is that why?
The stress of the Monday work week, that's why it happens. Like there's a reason. It's not just like coincidence. It's the stress of the work. And this was the other part of it. The most number of heart attacks occur each year on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because it's that stressful?
I don't know. I guess. I mean,
That's horrible. Merry Christmas.
well,
most
that's
in one
why
day.
you have to appreciate that not everybody loves Christmas as much as you.
Well, I'm happy about it. So my heart is healthy about Christmas.
My God. Broken heart syndrome is a real thing.
I know. That's so sad.
And you can't really, deaths have come from it, but it is very, very, very rare. But it is different than a heart attack. But it seems similar. So that's where that fine line comes into play of like, is this what it is? It's just caused by a rush of stress hormones from an emotional or physical event versus the issue with the heart, which creates a heart attack, which is like more, you know, anatomical issue. So this one comes from stress, which is why managing your stress, connecting to your heart is such an important thing. But broken heart syndrome is an actual thing. I couldn't believe that.
Well, have you ever read or seen The Notebook?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, when the wife dies, the husband dies right next to her because he has a broken heart.
I love you with all my heart.
It's real life. Thank you, Nicholas Sparks, for this wonderful movie and book.
Laughing's good for the heart. Did you know that? It reduces that stress. So maybe if he just laughed a little bit more.
What do you want? What do you want? Maybe that's why.
That's my favorite meme or gif.
Wait, I have my last one,
Oh, what?
which is something I 100% thought was true. Sneezing does not stop your heart.
Well, that's what they always said.
And that's why people say, God bless you, because they're like, oh, your heart stopped. God bless you.
Yeah.
You
and
made
they
it
say
out of the
like you
sneeze alive.
shouldn't hold the sneeze because you're stopping your heart or
Right.
something.
But sneezing doesn't actually stop your heart.
Yeah, isn't that an issue with like the little hairs on your nose?
I don't know. I just know that it doesn't stop your heart.
Well, your research didn't go that deep now, did it?
No, in Victoria's words, I did not deep dive.
I hope you're all enjoying this heart day because I think it's fascinating. I think it's very important, and it's something that you shouldn't wait until you are a 55-year-old female or a 45-year-old male to think about.
It is the number one killer of women. The number one. And people think that it's cancer is the number one way that women die,
Yeah.
but it's heart disease.
Yeah.
I was shocked because you hear about cancer so much.
Yeah.
And there's only one, I did read this. There isn't really cancer of the heart. It's a very, very, very rare thing. And it
Yeah.
only happens about once a year that somebody gets cancer of the heart. But it does happen.
Isn't that crazy?
But it's heart disease in women is the number one killer.
Yeah, it's scary.
That's why it's so important that you do cardio and you lift and you eat healthy and you don't vape. My God. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's something I never understood.
It wasn't big when we were little.
just
vaping.
cigarettes.
And just cigarettes,
We
which
just
I
had
never
the
did.
pure nicotine, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but I was shocked to find out it was the number one killer.
Well, there is a way to help, and that is CPR. I think everyone in the world should know. I didn't know or get certified in it until we lived
started
in New York,
teaching.
and
Yeah.
we had to keep our job because it could happen anywhere, and there are not defibrillators everywhere in the world. So CPR is super, super important. It's cardiopulmonary resuscitation. That's what it stands for. Have you ever had to do CPR?
No, but I had to get certified when I was a nanny.
Yeah.
For the little boy that I nannied from 4 months to 4 years old. I loved him. I still love him. But I had to get certified to watch him.
Well, toddler and baby CPR is very different than, I guess, adult CPR or of age CPR. There's a different way to have to do it. And I don't know what that way is, so we're not going to talk about that. But you should all get certified in that if you are around a lot of children or, you never know if you're at a restaurant.
It is not a bad thing to know.
It's not.
For anybody. You don't have to be in some sort of profession.
There are 3 C's to save a life is what they're called. The 3 C's. Check, call, and compress. So you check for responsiveness. Are you okay? That is the first rule of CPR. You have to ask, are you okay? So then call, which is call 911, or if there's people with you or people around you, you direct somebody to call 911.
Call for a
So you
doctor,
ask
yeah.
if someone's okay first, then you call 911, and then you start the compressions, which is very forceful and very scary to do.
Well, when I was a kid, I thought I knew CPR because I watched Baywatch. And on every episode of Baywatch, they pull somebody out of the water and they do CPR. And I was like, I am a pro because I watch Baywatch every day after school. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not how you do CPR.
You do way more than 5. You definitely have to do way more than 5. But there are so many, it changes every year of the need or the the rules of it, apparently.
Oh.
Like they find out new things.
things.
And so it kind of constantly is evolving. And apparently the mouth to mouth is not necessary. You know how they tilt your head back and they squeeze your nose and you go in, like that's not a necessary thing anymore.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because when I was younger, I was like, I'm only going to give CPR to somebody who's hot. And that was a legit thought I had when I was like 13. I was like, I'll be a lifeguard, but I'm only going to do CPR to guys. I didn't have a boyfriend until I was 16 and he was gay. So don't go by me.
Oh my God. Amazing. Okay, Carly, we're going to take a little CPR quiz. What is the first step when you see someone collapse? Immediately administer chest compressions, call 911, wait for someone else to help.
Are you asking what you should do or what I would do? Call 911.
Well, technically ask, are you okay?
Right, but that wasn't an option.
According to this, it is call 911 or asking somebody else to call 911.
Or asking somebody else to deal with it.
What is the correct hand position for
Ooh.
hands-only CPR? Any hand position is fine as long as you're doing chest compressions. 2 hands side by side on the victim's chest with your fingers kind of like a butterfly. Or the heel of one hand in the center of the chest and the other hand directly on top.
That one.
That's correct. You should place one heel of the hand in the center of the victim's chest and then the other one interlinked like in your fingers right on top for the most force. It's about the force of like the compressions. What's the rate that you should perform chest compressions? 100 to 120 compressions per minute, 130 to 140, 60 to 75.
Oh, God. Which one is right? The second one.
Cool. The first one.
Okay.
100 to 120 compressions per minute. And we're going to talk about how you can gauge that in a second. Last question. How long should you conduct CPR?
Until they are alive.
Close.
Okay.
Until help arrives.
Okay.
Because someone called 911 and somebody better suited is definitely going to come to help out.
Nobody's dying on my watch.
Yeah. Okay. I think a lot of people are dying on your watch.
So when I look around the class, I'm like, how many nurses we got today? That's the reason.
It's upsetting. Okay. So you passed, but like barely. Barely passed. But how do you know if you're doing 100 to 120 chest compressions? And that is to sing a song,
Oh.
right? That's the best way to do it. The first one that I always remember is Staying Alive. That's what I was taught when I did it.
Very ironic. I don't know if I like this. That's a little too close to home.
I actually didn't think about that. But it's
How?
a good it's a good beat for it, right? You do on the downbeat is when you're supposed to do the chest compressions, and that's how you're going to make the 100 to 120 per minute.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Yes.
That can't be appropriate.
I mean, you don't have to sing it in their faces. You just have to find the rhythm so that you can do it.
Oh, I would be like, excuse me, my pitch is off. Can we start again?
Okay.
I started too high.
Hold the phone. We're going to play a little Spotify game for Carly here. There is a Spotify list from the American Heart Association called Don't Drop the Beat. And they have 6, almost 7 hours of appropriate songs that you can
Chest compressed too.
like, yes, I don't think you should get your phone out and wait to do them so that you can find the list. But if you know the songs, then it's like, I can sing this in my head easily type
So I
of
would
thing.
totally have to connect to Bluetooth before I did this.
We're going to see how many songs Carly knows and can sing a line from. One Dance, Drake.
I need a one dance. Is that right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I need a one dance.
Give us
That's
more
all
than
I
that.
know. That's
Okay,
all I-
fail.
Okay.
Call Me Maybe.
I took a wish in a well. I'll never tell.
Maybe the chorus.
In my way.
Maybe the chorus is where you should go.
Hey, I just met you.
There you go.
And this is crazy. But here's my number.
Keep the beat. The whole point is to keep the beat.
So call me.
Do not answer unless you know the answer. I'm already going to regret this one. Poker face. Yeah.
Poker face. How long do I have to sing for?
At least a phrase.
Oh.
You're just saying words.
My poker face.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Wannabe.
If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends.
Keep the beat.
Making loves forever. Friendship never ends.
It's too slow.
This person is dead.
This is a
Dead.
really I
flatlined.
think you are failing. Billie Jean.
Billie Jean is not my lover.
It's the only one.
She's just that says that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. No.
Oh my god. Cool. You're doing a really good job.
I feel it.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
That's the phrase you chose? That's the phrase? This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. All my hands are in the air. It's waving from here to there.
Okay.
It feels so good.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you. We'll call you. Flowers.
I can buy myself flowers. Write my name in the sand. Talk to myself for hours. I put my little spin on it.
Mm-hmm. Sure
Say
did.
things you don't understand. My heart is so happy.
No one's listening anymore. Okay. Yellow submarine.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
It's the only one I ever want to hear you sing. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to lie to you. There are a lot of Taylor Swift on this list,
Okay.
but I know you don't know any of them, so I'm not asking you them.
Okay.
Crazy in Love.
Looking so crazy in love. Got you looking so crazy in love.
Maybe you should have gone with oh no. Yeah, so there's better ways.
Oh no. Oh no. Got me looking so crazy. My baby, I'm out of myself.
Nope. Oh my god. To be fair, she's trying very hard. It sounds like she's just making a farce of this. She is actually putting effort into what's happening. Well, you won.
Can't
Okay.
breathe. My eyes are crying.
All right. So that playlist on Spotify is there, and it's a really good playlist. So if you just want to listen to the music of having all the same beat, 100 to 120 BPM, those songs are the way to go.
But does the count matter? Like if you know the song.
It's for the beat.
I know, but people might not know the beat to the song.
Yeah, well, we know you don't. We just heard that. And unfortunately, we kept trying. But that's what you have to do. You just have to keep trying.
I'm crying. But now we're going to play a little game that's more appropriate for Victoria because she might actually know these answers.
I don't know.
I got a 70.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see if Victoria's going to get a little better than that.
I don't think I will, but we'll see. Before today, the most I knew about the heart was walking through the playground of a heart at the Franklin Institute.
Yes.
And that was a slide.
You went up the heart and slid down.
I'm pretty sure I did it the wrong way. So
That's true. All right, here we go. How many chambers does the heart have? 6, 5, 4, or 3?
6.
I said that too. It's 4.
I thought it was 3
4
and 3.
chambers.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
going
gonna
to
do well.
I read all of this yesterday, but I'm not good at retaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
The movement of blood through the heart and body is called circulation, locomotion. Sorry, that was my hat.
She
'cause I'm
hit her
waiting
hat
for it.
to the microphone.
Heart pump.
Circulation.
Okay. Perfect. The beating sound your heart makes comes from blood going in the wrong direction, valves closing, your ears playing tricks on you.
Wait, the beat of the heart that your ears hear?
The beating sound your heart makes comes from
Oh, the opening and closing.
valves. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
valves. With circulation, the heart provides your body with oxygen, nutrients, a way to get rid of waste, all of the above.
I mean, all of the
Yeah.
above.
The atria are the upstairs chambers of the heart, and these parts are the downstairs chambers. The valves, the ventricles, the candy hearts.
I want to say candy hearts so bad. Isn't it ventricles?
It is. Ventricles.
My hands are sweating. I'm so nervous.
We didn't do well on school tests. I'm
No.
just letting you know. We're street smart.
I need flashcards.
What wall separates the left side and the right side of the heart? The atrium, the septum, the great wall.
Septum Senja! Oh, I got to say it twice.
Septum, you're right. What parts act like the doors that control blood flow in the heart? Valves, kidneys, chambers. This one's a little tricky.
Chambers.
No.
Valves.
Yes. Okay. You can keep your heart strong by doing activities like playing outside, riding your bike, smoking, or eating heart-shaped candy. Those are your options. What keeps your heart healthy?
I just love playing outside and riding on my bike.
The fact that I got a 70 on this. These are tubes that carry blood back to the heart. Arteries, veins, tubas.
Tuba like the instrument? Arteries.
No, I said that too.
Veins.
Veins.
I know they're
Veins
tubes.
carry blood back to the heart.
I mean, I know that, but you threw me off a tube.
All right, you got 80%. You got one more right than I did. That's not saying much.
It's not.
Because
I'm
I
so
picked the Great
sorry.
Wall.
Yeah. Oh. Shut up. No, you didn't. Listen, it is, I think, very important to educate yourself so that you can help somebody else and or help yourself out. So any of those issues or heart diseases that we mentioned earlier, they can happen to anybody, right? And they are something that we can prevent in the simplest of ways of just taking care of ourselves. Take
It's
care of yourself.
Easier said than done, and we say it all the time, but it really is get some sunlight, stress less, eat healthy, exercise, drink water. And I mean, it's the simplest way to live your life, and it's the hardest way to live your life,
Yeah.
but it's also the healthiest.
Yeah.
It's super difficult.
It's hard work and you have to be up for the challenge. And there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors that could go against that, but the whole point is to fight it.
I am fighting so hard right now to stay with it.
God, laugh your way through it.
Because that helps. Laughing helps keep your blood pressure down because it keeps the stress levels down and it helps your heart. Laughing is so important. And we do it every week here on the podcast. I will sing for you every week if it means that everybody will have a healthy heart.
And if you don't know your blood pressure numbers or you don't know your resting heart rate, like the BPM of your resting heart rate, so that when you're exercising and you look at your watch, if you wear one, how much it spikes. If you don't know what's a good number for you, it's very, very important. Go to your doctor, check these numbers out, learn about them, ask about them. Knowledge is power. And then you can kind of track yourself a little bit better in those moments. So for the real tip of the day, I implore you to check it out on your watch if you can get to your doctor, because I know it's really hard to schedule appointments right now. So if you check it out on your watch, talk to a nurse friend of yours.
Yeah.
Or, do some research of your own of what a healthy heart rate is for you. I would say more talk to somebody who knows more so that the internet isn't a scary place to be and tell you that you have all these issues when you're looking up what's a healthy heart rate for me. But tracking your numbers so that you know what to look for and you know the difference between, oh, this is a stressful little spike or I'm vigorously doing something strenuous to my body.
And now for the real extra tip of the week. It's called Unbreak My Heart. Say you love me again.
Oh. Okay.
It means pick one thing that you can improve on keeping your heart healthy. Just one thing. We listed off all the simple ways that you can improve your life, improve your heart health. Pick one of them and really go for it. Get that 30 minutes of exercise. Make a smaller portion on your food choices. Cut out soda for the day, or maybe go down in soda if you're a big soda drinker. All of that is really weighs heavy on your heart, and we want to unbreak your heart. We want you to love again.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. We hope that the end of your February month of 2024 is heart conscious, heart healthy.
Keep your heart happy.
Oh, remember, you are always fit to be real.
And always allowed to be a little extra. How did I do?
For legal reasons, we have to tell you that this podcast is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not healthcare professionals. For all of your health, wellness, fitness, and self-care needs, please refer to the medical professional in your life, your primary care physician, your therapist, a certified coach, whoever it may be. And then let us know what they say, because I guarantee we need to know it too. Okay? Okay, bye.